If you are using Vulcun, you probably have noticed that in the beginning of February they have finished their paid fantasy part of the website. Meaning, on the website you no longer have dollars which you can bet and get winnings in dollars, but now everything was converted into Vulcun Gold. So you can still create your fantasy teams, but winnings are paid in the Vulcun Gold. It's still possible to turn Vulcun Gold into real money, however this requires a couple of steps, which I'm going to show you today. The first step will be to change the gold you might have on your account into items which you can trade or sell for the real money. For that you can go to the marketplace. Please note that on Vulcun every 2 or 3 weeks they are organizing a sale, so those prices are reduced by 20, 30 or sometimes even 40%. So if you want to get the best value for your gold, you might want to wait for the sale. Another hint you might want to know is that prices which are set on the Vulcun marketplace are not always reflecting the level of prices on Steam market. So if you will search for skins with your price range, depending on what amount of money you have on the Vulcun, you might want to verify what are the prices of those skins on the Steam market before you will make a purchase. You might notice that this Nova Antique is €224, but when I go to the next skin, which is priced slightly lower on Vulcun, actually on Steam market it has slightly higher price. So you will probably not be checking all of the skins which are on Vulcun market to find the best possible deal, but of course you might want to review a couple of them to make sure that you will not buy something with much lower value like this Galil, which is like 40 cents below other skins with the similar prices. But remember that the price is not everything. Another factor is how much demand is for the particular skin on the market. So you would like to also go into more details of the skin you are selecting and verify how many of them are sold every hour. So you can see that this skin, actually the demand is pretty good. There are a couple of them, sometimes 20, 13, 14 sold per hour. So you should be able to sell it pretty quickly. While with some other skins you might find out that there are just few of them sold per day, which will of course make it much more difficult to cash out your money. Like this one, you might have just 1, 2, 3, 4, 1 per hour. There are a couple of hours that none was sold. So make sure that you will factor those two elements and select the skin with quite a good demand, where there is a lot of transactions on the market, and of course with the best price you can get. Once you decide what you want to purchase, you simply purchase the item. I decided for 2 smaller items. And you go to items, my items, to withdraw them into your Steam account. Once you click this button, you will have 2 minutes to approve the trade on Steam, so you should have everything prepared. Once you get your new items into your inventory and they are on your account, you can now sell them of course on Steam Market, but this will not give you any possibility to get real money. Instead, I would rather go to G2A website, which is allowing you to sell skins. It's a new feature from just recently, and then withdraw the money to your PayPal account or a couple other payment methods as well. The process here is pretty straightforward. You need to create an account on G2A, or you can log into your existing account. Once you log into your account, you go to Selling, and here you will have Sell New Item. You will need to select alpha version in-game items, and if you have already connected your G2A to your Steam account, it will show you items which are on your Steam account. Now you can select which items you want to sell and set prices which you want to get for them. I would typically set them to more or less the price which is now on Steam. However, I've noticed that for some skins I was able to sell them on higher prices versus what is the price on Steam Market. When you click Continue, you will need to confirm that this is what you want to sell, and then G2A will actually create a trade offer for you, which you need to accept within 2 minutes with those items which you want to sell. You will see that the name of the bot will be pretty awkward. However, there will always be g2a.com and number related to the deposit you are making. So when I respond to the offer and I accept the trade, you will probably need to use the Steam Guard on your mobile phone also to confirm this transaction. And once done, you click Finalize the process. This should show you transaction successful. I've seen on a couple of occasions there was an error, but still the transaction was successful. Now when you click on Selling and Currently Selling, when you click on Steam Marketplace, you should see your items which are put on sale with the G2A. Zero sold means that you didn't sell yet anything. Once you sell, it will change to, for example, 1 sold, as I have it on my previous items which I was selling on G2A. The one thing to note is that after the sale, your balance will be 0 for quite a moment. It's taking about 1 or 2 weeks to get the money transferred to your account and make it available for withdrawal. To verify how transfers are going, you can go to Account Details and Processing Transfers, which will show you how much more money you will get within those 14 working days after the items are sold. So what is still pending? So you can see that it's taking them some time, but as you are selling globally, they are doing this to change the currencies, as I understand from the description. Once balance will be transferred to your account, you will see it here also on G2A wallet, and you are able to go to Payout, where you can select the payout method and of course amount of money you want to get. You must notice that there are some fees related to the payout, but you can get this money to your account and of course use it, and not only keep it in the virtual currency on Steam or on Vulcun. So I hope it was helpful. Good luck with your transactions and with betting on Vulcun, and good luck with selling your items.